Saluting those who serve is brought to you by Front Wave Credit Union.
It is 8:44. Welcome back to Good Morning San Diego. Hess Brewing has created 2 custom beers for the sailors aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln. Here to tell us more about that is Mike Hess himself. Good morning, Mike. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Now, I have not served. I knew people in the Navy, but I did not know about the deal with the beer aboard the ship. So this was an education for me. Maybe our viewers know a lot about this, but explain the Steel Beach picnic for us.
Sure. I did 2 cruises when I was served. In my first cruise, we did not get a beer day because we were in port all the time in the Med. But the second cruise, in '93, we had a beer day, and it's a big deal. So essentially what happens, the Navy's got a policy, which I don't know if the Secretary of War can change it up and down the days, but it's around 45 days at sea. If you don't have a port visit, you get a beer day, and you get 2 beers per sailor on that day, and it's pretty tightly controlled. I mean, I knew guys who could probably pull a fast one, and they were not able to when we did it in '93. But yeah, so we at the brewery, we came up with this beer idea, purpose-built Steel Beach, because that's what they call it, a Steel Beach picnic, because everybody's up on the flight deck or the fantail or whatever drinking their beers.
And I would imagine this is really for morale for your sailors, right? This really probably does help.
That's a huge bump.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that many days at sea it's a drag, because you're just on the clock and you're around the clock, watch standing, without a break. And you know, a lot of times people join the Navy to see the world, and a lot of times you don't see the world, you see the world from the deck looking out, and that's it. So getting a beer day is like it's a huge bump.
So the Morale, Welfare, and Recreation Department reached out, which I think is great that they're reaching out to a local brewery company, and they say, hey, Mike, we want you to create a beer for us, and this is now the 2nd time that you've done this, right?
For Lincoln, yes. We've done other carriers too.
Okay.
But yeah, we did the Lincoln's float in 21 as well, and it was just Steel Beach. We just did the Steel Beach beer here, the one here in the center.
Okay.
Yeah, they in April they sent an email, like an RFP, said we're looking for a brewery that can help us out with multiple beers and whatever, and we put together a package, and we met with them, and we won.
Okay, so we're looking at the 2 different designs here, which is great. You've got the Lincoln Lager
and Abe's Ale.
Abe's Ale.
Right.
So an ode to the ship itself, which is great. And then you have the quote.
Yeah, we stamped the bottom, so shall not perish, which is the ship's motto as well. We also put the hull number of the ship on the bottom too. So it's a customized package through and through.
Yeah.
Their art team worked with our team to make sure that the labels fit. We had a taste testing at the brewery in North Park.
Really
Yeah,
cool.
we had like a dozen folks come out from the ship, and they tried a bunch of our beers, and they selected these 2, and then we designed and built them so that we were packaging them right before they left, so that the beer was as fresh as possible. Like literally maybe 3 days before they shoved off and pulled out of port, we had the beers in package, and we were driving it down to the dock and delivering it to them.
Wow. And so it's about 11,000 beers.
Yeah, it was 460 total cases, so 230 cases of each brand.
Wow, that's
so and on a ship with 5,000 plus people, you know, that's your math.
That works out to about two. And so you're hoping to spread this to other carriers, perhaps.
We have done other carriers, yeah, and any other big deck. You know, I'd love to do an amphib, because I was an amphib Navy guy.
Okay,
like so, the Wasp class, like Essex and Macon Island. If those guys want to reach out, we'd love to do beer for them as well. But we've been working with the carriers for their floats, and it's been great to be a part of that, and to like for me as a former Navy guy, to be able to send out great beer to the ship, and my crew in particular at Mike Hess Brewing. Very proud of the work that they've done. We've been keeping it under wraps because we've been doing it for years. Like I mentioned, the cat kind of got out of the bag on an Instagram post that somebody from the ship put out, which is fine. And so now we're talking about it. But the crew is proud to get the recognition, because we are making a great product, and they love it.
And what do you hear from the guys? I mean, you did the taste test with some of the guys from the Lincoln. What what are they saying?
They all loved it. They were all thrilled to do it. We had guys and gals come out, and we tried. We didn't try a bunch of beers. We probably did half a dozen beers, and we narrowed it down. Interestingly, they picked Steel Beach, so that's what Lincoln Lager is. It's just a repackaged Steel Beach, which we sell every day in our tasting rooms in San Diego. It's actually one of our more popular beers. And then Abe's Ale is very similar to 459, which is our session IPA. So it was a lot of fun. The whole process was great, and it was really interesting, and getting to meet the folks on the ship. and talk to them about their upcoming deployment. So it was really great.
Well, and I'm sure a way for people to discover your brewery if they weren't already familiar, if they're from other parts of the world.
I mean, we certainly hope so. We hope that they come back having had great memories of drinking our beer while out on the ship, and then they come visit us at one of our 6 locations here in San Diego.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great way to support local, a really unique story, and alcohol content below 5%.
Below 5%, yeah, that was the one step for sure.
Just for those concerned out there.
Yeah, it's not a strong IPA, it's a session
yeah,
beer.
Well, it's great, and I'm sure it's just a big morale boost for them and a great feeling for you to be able to help them out.
It's quite an honor, actually, yeah, to be selected and to know that our beers, helping out the crew and help them stay on task.
Yeah, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with much more coming up after the break. Stay with us.
Saluting those who serve is brought to you by Front Wave Credit Union.